For decades, Burmese pythons have ravaged the Everglades, but now Florida has a new solution for the invasive species: turn them into high fashion. The state has paired with the Miami-based company Inversa, which works with hunters who catch the snakes. The company takes those skins to the fashion houses, which turns them into accessories like belts and wallets. Earlier this year, Governor Ron DeSantis touted plans to continue expanding the python's removal from the ecosystem, catches that have already reached record numbers in 2025.
In July of this year, we had 748 removals compared to 235 removals in July of 2024. And honestly, 235 removals was not considered a small number at the time.
With more on how invasive species are being developed into fashion, we're joined by Henri Ferré, the head of development with Inversa Leathers. Mr. Ferré, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So obviously your company targets the Burmese python in the Everglades, but also invasive species like the lionfish in some Florida waters. So I've seen the photos for the $2,000 python high heels and the lionfish wallets and the jewelry. I have to say they look great. It made me wonder, is there really a market for these products?
They certainly are beautiful. And absolutely, the fashion industry is a $4 trillion industry. And traditionally, exotics have come from farms and native ranges. They come from the wild. And here we have the exact same product in the Everglades that can be used on the market.
So how did this all start?
The founders of our company were scuba divers, and diving, year after year, looking at coral reefs. They were wondering what's being done about the lionfish. And to solve that type of problem, you need the budget the size of the Pentagon, which invasive species managers and governments just do not have. And so they looked towards the most powerful purchasing group on the planet, the consumer, and asked the question, how can we create something of value out of something so problematic and turn that bad into a good?
So help us to understand how this partnership actually developed between the state of Florida and Inversa.
Yeah, absolutely. So Florida, around 10 years ago, started the Patrick program. It's a Python action team removing invasive constrictors. And it's been an incredibly successful program over the past 10 years, consistently removing Burmese pythons from the Everglades. We are FWC's contractor that manages Patrick and then helps manage the 50 subcontracted hunters that are actively going out to the Everglades to remove pythons.
We spoke earlier and you said this is actually beneficial. This partnership is beneficial to hunters as well. Explain that.
So since we have started managing Patrick, we have 3x removals. The agency's administrative workload is down 89%. And most importantly to the hunters, aside from those increase in removals, is they are on average being paid 60% better because of our ability to tap into the $4 trillion fashion market.
So essentially, you then process the skins once they provide you the animals?
If the hunters want to sell us the skins, we will buy them and we will process them into high-grade luxury leather for the fashion industry that can be seen on the streets of New York, Los Angeles, Paris, Milan, and London, really all over the world.
So at a recent press conference, the governor praised your company's ability to track and capture the pythons throughout the Everglades compared to previous years. Pythons are definitely tough to find, at least I've heard. What has been the secret in improving these numbers?
Well, first of all, we just have a great hunting team and python hunters on the ground that are incredibly committed to doing this. And we couldn't have increased these numbers without the dedication of our people. The fact that they're getting paid 60% better, I think, is a great motivating factor to help increase awareness and increase that drive to go out and remove pythons. They're all hand caught to ensure humane capture and humane euthanasia, but we are researching newer AI models and drone detection methods and even different luring systems to try to increase those captures.
So tell us what the consumer reaction has been to seeing invasive species used in items like this. I was reading a British Vogue article where they questioned whether exotic leathers can be ethical, and the conclusion was yes. I'm wondering what you're hearing from consumers on this topic.
Consumers are going crazy for this. They do not have to sacrifice quality for the beautiful python skin that and the exotics that they are sought that they want. They now are able to get the same exact product, but not from a farm or from an endangered wild population, but from the Florida Everglades, where the Burmese python is actively destroying that important ecosystem.
So Inversa touts that it maintains an ethical and humane end-to-end supply chain. Explain what that means. Some folks are obviously interested in your products, might still be concerned about, how the animals are being killed. Explain that.
We have 5 or 6 different quality controls throughout our system in turning these wild invasive populations into products. What that means is that at any step of along that chain, if anything is done improper or inhumanely, we will not purchase it. It is not going into the market. And by enforcing that through an economic lens, it's just simply not going to happen.
I'm curious whether there are any other invasive species that Inversa is looking at right now, because you do, I assume you get your skins from outside of Florida as well, correct?
Right now we work with the invasive lionfish all throughout the Caribbean, the invasive carp, which we call silverfin, throughout the Mississippi River Basin, and of course, Burmese python. There are definitely other species that we are working on, but can't reveal all our tricks right now.
Got it. For anyone who is interested in supporting Inversa's mission, what's the best way to tap into your products? I assume you actually sell the skins to the fashion houses, correct? You're not selling directly to the consumer.
Correct, absolutely. And the best way to support this is to buy invasive made products. We work with about 50 different brand partners at this point. You can get them all through our website, inversa.com. And again, the best way to do this is support invasive made products. Invasives cause about 60% of species extinctions globally, and every year they cost the globe around $423 billion. We finally have an opportunity to counteract that and create something of value out of something that's harming our planet.
Henri, Ferré, we thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. We've got more great content for you, from news to the arts to the environment. So be sure to like and subscribe to WGCU's YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platforms for the stories that matter to you.